How long did you say you guys have been friends?
10 years.
10 years.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
In that time period, have you never had feelings for each other?
No, like he's been just such a great friend.
Could you ever see her being your wife one day?
He's like,
I mean, it's possible. I mean,
could it be that what you're looking for a man, he just doesn't fit that box?
No, I wouldn't say that because he fits all the boxes.
This woman has friend-zoned this poor guy for 10 damn years. Maybe her reasoning is because she can always count on him, but that still does not make it right. In today's world, friendship can span a long period and even exist between people of opposite gender. We even have cliched words we use to classify relationships. You hear such things as cis zone, bro zone, and even friend zone. Maybe you can or relate, or perhaps you are just left wondering, why does this happen? She has a keeper right under her nose, but wants a bad boy. Looking at it from this POV, ladies love to have a male friend who is always there for them, checks up on them, cares for them, and even goes the extra mile to make them happy. But they don't really care about the poor guy. Many ladies claim to look for these qualities in a guy, yet they'd never look at that friend who romantically has these qualities. That's because, in their head, he has been friend-zoned. It doesn't matter if he meets all the requirements. They wouldn't see him that way. Just listen to what she says here.
Could it be that what you're looking for a man, he just doesn't fit that box?
No, I wouldn't say that because he fits all the boxes.
Then why not move the relationship further?
it's possible.
So you wouldn't rule that out?
I wouldn't
We
completely.
never thought about it.
Now, isn't that just weird? From all the clips we've seen so far, it's obvious that the guy is open to something, as you can see him repeatedly saying that a relationship between them is possible. But guess who never thought so? The lady. Some see qualities they love in men and desire to have them but are unwilling to commit to them. You wonder why this happens, and we cannot 100% tell you what exactly it is, because sometimes the woman's heart and line of thought are complicated. But here's what the lady had to say.
How come it's a possibility in your mind, but for you, you're like, I would just never look at him that way?
So I wouldn't say I never.
Not the cat.
But we've been such good friends. I don't want to ruin the friendship.
I don't want to ruin the friendship, meaning I only want to keep taking the free attention that you so kindly offer, but I'm not even willing to offer you anything. You know that's pretty harsh, but it's more like the truth sometimes. Friend-zoned means you are the rent car that she will never buy, but use it all the time. That's how most of these ladies see things. They think only about themselves. It's called pure selfish thinking and should have nothing to do with friendship. It's always about what they want and never what the other person may want. In some cases, they do not even bother to want to know. Being put in such a situation could particularly be hard for guys, mainly because they feel obligated to care for the lady, hoping that one day she'd be open to something more. While it does happen in some cases that the lady eventually becomes open to something, in many other cases it doesn't. But at least the guy can live the rest of his life in the comfort that he was a good friend to the lady. This is one positive way to look at everything, because it could be pretty ugly in other instances. Still, the good thing is that not every lady out there thinks or sees things this way. Some have never even imagined it this way at all. And maybe, just maybe, the lady in the clip also did, because this is what she had to say later.
Some people, like when people take friendships into relationships, they're not meant to be in a relationship. They were always meant to be friends.
And that's a fact.
Like, if you just feel like you were meant to be friends, you're meant to be friends. Trying to force a relationship on top of that, I don't know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
This may be a good POV from which to view everything, and I agree with some comments and true observations. For some reason, I believe that sometimes staying friends is much better. And this is quite true. Friendship is often pure and should be without all the complications that could color a relationship. However, this is only good when the friendship is made right and both parties are committed to seeing each other do well. Staying friends could also be better because, in some instances, it gives you a chance to get to know the other person better and see them in different scenarios before you pop the question for a relationship. Some people can only work well as friends and become incompatible as lovers. I experienced this. Now, this is simply fact. Some people are only meant to be friends and nothing more. Why? Experience has shown that things could become even more messy and pretty ugly when they decide to take the friendship a step further. Things like suspicion where there was none before, distrust when one of them spends so much time away, and even anger are some of the things that could creep in to affect what was previously a beautiful friendship. So sometimes it's just good that they stay friends. However, this doesn't completely rule out that a relationship could work. As soon as he tries going on dates with other people, watch her flip from the friendship zone. This means that in some cases, it may be that the lady needs just a little external push, and then she begins to see the guy differently. Whichever way it will be, it's best to think about what's good for both parties before deciding to pursue or not pursue a relationship. Are you in this situation, or do you know anyone who has been in such a situation? How did it turn out? Feel free to comment on your experience or that experience, and let's share it with the community.